Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day. Happy Saturday to you and your family. We're taking a look, of course, at XRP, helping understand what's going on here, of course, and best practice, big picture. Kind of an update from yesterday as well. Still looking good, holding above support. So if you are part of my community and you took that signal that I sent out, try not to concern yourself. And if you are losing sleep over it, you're either using too much leverage or too large of a position size. Okay, so again, the way that I like to trade is low position sizes and a realistic amount of leverage, just so that way I can still sleep at night and not be too worried about it. All right, so friendly advice with that. And obviously, if you're new to the channel, help us out and help us grow. Link in the description below for all my social media. I'd love to have some more followers there, trying to get a social media presence going. So keep everyone abreast on situations like these. For now, I upload videos and updates, a lot of different scenarios in which we've taken profit with our community, things of that nature. Speaking of profit with our community, if you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a website. Looks like this. This is where you can register for my community aspect of things, where you can learn and grow together. We have roundtable discussions, really awesome experience. We also have a university and, of course, signals. So I send out signals for every trade that I take, and you're going to be learning along the way as to why I take those trades. Really cool. Check that out in your own time. Very last thing as well, if you want some bonus USDT, with just simply using a fantastic exchange. I partnered with BitGet because they offer leverage in the United States, among other countries, of course, without VPN. And you don't have that requirement for KYC. 11:30 is the cutoff for that, so if you want to register, use the link in the description below and you can benefit from that. Keep in mind, you only benefit if you transfer funds and actually use the exchange. It's based on volume, so make sure that you use it because it's a phenomenal exchange. You'll come to find out it's probably the best thing for you. BitGet and BitGet is my favorite, but ByBit and KuCoin are the two that I no longer use, based on the simple fact that BitGet is just phenomenal. They have significantly really good level 2 data, and it just blows everything else out of the water. Anyways, just thought I'd let you know that. So here's the thing with Bitcoin. First of all, to preface, Bitcoin is on the struggle bus right now. Okay, with Bitcoin being on the struggle bus and essentially having difficulties, XRP is having a little bit of challenge as well. And I'll show you on the 1 minute time frame exactly that correlation between the two. But the good news is XRP is performing very well, contrary to Bitcoin doing average. Not to say that Bitcoin sells off tomorrow, XRP won't do that. That is absolutely a thing. We got to be okay with that and understand that, which is why you use small position sizes and small leverage so you don't have any liquidation issues. But to talk candidly here about it, the pairing between Bitcoin and XRP is relevant, but XRP is progressively doing better than Bitcoin. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a moment. So let's start with the standard stuff, work our way down. On the daily, we're underneath 70, but over 50 on the RSI. That's very good stuff. We want to stay there. It does tell us that we have more room for downside, though. Keep in mind, we do lose a support level at 47 cents, which has held very strong for the last 2 days. 44 cents would be the next appropriate bouncing point. Okay, so keep that in mind. If we do end up going that low, I'm going to be happy and content with adding to my position at that level because that is a key level support. All right, moving on to the moving averages here, the MACD effectively. It's not really telling us too much. It does say that the bulls are losing that momentum. So I wouldn't expect like a parabolic type of increase or anything significantly crazy for XRP to jump. It did jump recently, of course, with some interesting news. There's a lot of fundamentals that are causing this to occur, but generally speaking, it's still in pretty good shape, even though we're losing that momentum. And the reason why the MACD is still diverging is because we had such growth in a short amount of time. In 7 days, let's see here, I forgot what that was, roughly 7 days of trading, we're looking at 73% increase. Okay, so it makes sense there's going to be a sell-off, but it also makes sense that the most recent high is also the most recent low. Or previous high is the most recent low. So again, a lot of good stuff. This is still very healthy, still good continuation. You could even draw an ascending type of pattern, working its way up here if you'd like, to kind of give you a perspective that we still got a few more days of continuation, likely sideways, and then the price will continue up higher. Once again, we looked at smaller time frames and you can kind of see a cup and handle pattern forming. It's not exact because obviously it's fairly ugly, but there is potential here. Terra Classic's performing the same thing as well. I just covered that earlier today. We got a cup and handle going into the weekend, and there's a strong likelihood of a breakout in the relative near future. Is that going to happen today for XRP or Terra Classic? No, probably not. Weekends are low volume, you can't expect that, but on the same accord, there is potential there once the trading week opens up. So I'm speculating if Bitcoin has a decent day come Monday or just a decent weekend, for example. XRP is going to follow suit times 2. It's basically 2x of Bitcoin in most cases. All right, so mostly good stuff there. I'm not concerned with our position right now being slightly below entry, because it's just kind of the way that it goes when you swing trade, right? These trades are designed to be held for hours, days, weeks at the most, right? So in that sense, we can expect it to take its time and to not just jump right up instantly. It tried. We came very, very close to our first profit target, but again, it came down to hit the little reset button there off that support level at 47 cents. So taking a look at the RSI, we're still over 50. That's very positive. Both RSIs being over 50 on the daily and the 4 hours is extremely important. Even though we are losing momentum here again, keep in mind that is not, we don't have a bearish divergence at all, and we're still in good shape. A lot of times you can see this happen where the moving average will continue and they'll kind of work their way out and then eventually separate to get that momentum to the upside. But I'm not super concerned. The main reason why that's taken a while to average itself out is because of this one candlestick. It was basically a 2-hour candle that sent the price action up pretty high based on the news that occurred a couple of days ago. So that being said, we're still in good shape here. The 4-hour looks pretty good. We're above all moving averages too, which is fantastic. So ultimately, we have a lot more support than resistance at this point, and it makes sense that we're going to likely retest 51 cents in the relative near future. Keep in mind, we could be range bound. For a little while, it might jump up and down, but eventually, we're going to probably ascend higher based on previous patterns and, of course, that ascending trend that we're still seeing from XRP. All right, so again, try not to concern yourself too much with the little stuff. I think XRP is still looking very strong. If we take a look at the 1 hour, the important thing I want to recognize here, let's take a quick look at TD sequential. We got a reset. We got some nice consolidation here. This is actually very healthy to have this much consolidation at that area, which basically just tells us that we have further upside, potential of 4 more hours to the upside before we get some kind of retracement. But again, as long as we're going to make higher lows and potentially higher highs, we're going to be in good shape. It's early to tell that right now. We can't see those. Maybe on the hourly or maybe the 15-minute or the 1 minute we could see that. But for right now, on the hourly, we are looking pretty decent regarding TD sequential. I'm also pretty sure that we're still above the cloud, which we are, and that's a great sign too. So keep this in mind. The conversion line is below the baseline, and until it goes back above, it's technically not appropriate to add, open your position, right? Same thing as well when you have, of course, a lagging span in the price action. So this needs to be free and clear of the price action for it to be confident. So hypothetically, the price goes sideways and up just a little bit, just say it right there. We'll see the exact same thing from this lagging span. It'll then be free and clear of the price action, and we'll still be above the cloud. Okay, and by then the conversion line will be above the baseline. We'll have a triple double or whatever you want to call it, a triple rainbow. I'm not sure, but I can tell you that Ichimoku Cloud, when you have those 3 indicators working together as one, it's very profound, very strong. And for right now, we have initial confirmation we're above the cloud and we're remaining above it, but we don't have the true confirmation letting us know that a long position is 100% viable. All right, but again, the overall sentiment that we're seeing here is that XRP is strong. And here's the thing, here's a strength I want to talk to you about. Let me show you here really quick with XRP and Bitcoin. So here is XRP and here's Bitcoin. So if you can see, Bitcoin's kind of going sideways for the most part, kind of stuck on stupid here at 19,300. XRP, it's done going sideways. It's going up and over and still moving upwards. So again, as you can kind of see, Bitcoin, when Bitcoin sells off a little bit here, we can see that same trend from XRP. But look at the recovery from XRP. It's a lot better and a lot sharper than Bitcoin's, okay? So again, those are just little correlations that you can kind of draw between two coins and kind of see how they're performing separate but equal, if that makes sense. They're both very much aligned with each other because XRP is susceptible to sell-offs from Bitcoin, but it's also susceptible to 2x of Bitcoin. When it increases, it's making higher lows where Bitcoin is not, all right? Again, this is a very small time frame. 1 minute is not the best time frame for swing trading, but it's just kind of a correlation that you can kind of draw and understand kind of on the smaller time frames, the micro, what's going on. And again, when you're trading and you're using tactical analysis, you're just extracting information from each and every single time frame to come to an informed decision, right? And all that really is just increasing your odds of one direction or the other. Based on what we've seen here so far, we've got like 60, maybe 70% likelihood the price is going to continue upwards, then go down from here based on strength, as well as relative strength index, the RSI, and key level supports based on moving averages as well as trend lines. So there's much more positive than negative, and that leads me to believe that XRP is in good shape, and we'll probably hit our profit targets within the next 24 to 48 hours. That's my speculation. Again, could go wrong. Bitcoin could have a really terrible day today or tomorrow, and then the old reset button has to be hit for XRP. Exactly the reason why we use low leverage, or more importantly, low position sizing with the leverage you're using. Because if your liquidation price is very, very close to, just say, the 47-cent range, then you're probably doing it a little wrong, right? Again, different strokes for different folks. I don't like the stress of having to worry about liquidations, so that's why I prefer to keep my positions open for longer and to have smaller position sizes, so I'm eventually paid one way or the other. Okay, so again, different strategies. That's my bear market strategy. Keep in mind it's a little different in a bull market, but for the moment, I think that XRP is looking very strong, and in general, we should expect continuation of the upside now that it's consolidated healthily at the 47-cent range. Okay, so I think we're in pretty darn good shape here. So that is it. That's everything. That's all I got. I hope that you learned something here today. Thanks so much for joining me, and thank you so much to my current community members for just being an amazing part of my life. And even more important too, just some of the feedback you've been giving me recently. Some of my graduates from my university, they're killing it right now, and I'm super impressed and super happy with that. In fact, let's share that just for a moment. I gotta celebrate that. Take a look at this here. Compulse, 112% on a 40x Bitcoin short. That was yesterday. And then, of course, we've got Alexander. He's an all-star, 22%, 38% again for Compulse, doing a long, hit the bottom, hit its way up there. And then, of course, we got Crypto Legend jumping in for 15%. This is just icing on the cake for all the signals that I'm sending that people are also benefiting from too. Really cool stuff. So check it out in your own time, cryptocash.tech. I hope to learn a lot with you and teach you some things. And I thank you so much for joining me here. Have yourself a great rest of your day and a wonderful weekend. I'll see you next one.